The automotive industry is abandoning traditional hardware-centric vehicle design in favor of the software-defined vehicle, or SDV. In this architecture, software code entirely governs the vehicle's performance and functionality. To support this processing load, manufacturers are replacing dozens of isolated, single-function engine control units with a streamlined network of high-performance computers organized into zonal and domain-centralized architectures. This structural shift requires high-speed gigabit Ethernet and vast external connectivity. As we see in this wireframe chassis, the immediate consequence of connecting internal steering controls to external cloud networks is an attack surface that multiplies rapidly across the entire vehicle topology. Recognizing the physical danger of compromised vehicle networks, international regulators implemented strict standards. The UNECE WEP.29 R155 mandate and the ISO21434 standard now require manufacturers to perform systematic threat analysis and risk assessments, or TERA, across the entire vehicle lifecycle. Securing a certification under these mandates is a structural engineering requirement. If a manufacturer cannot mathematically prove their architecture mitigates identified threats, the vehicle cannot legally enter production. Traditionally, engineers managed these security requirements through document-based systems engineering, tracking constraints using static text in spreadsheets, disconnected architecture diagrams, and SysML version 1 profiles. The critical flaw in this approach is the isolation of data. A security requirement typed into a spreadsheet cannot interact with the engineering layout, meaning it cannot mathematically prevent an architect from connecting an unencrypted port to a critical safety system. This animation illustrates the solution, SysML v2. By operating on a formal mathematical metamodel called KerML, SysML v2 introduces radical regularity, collapsing isolated requirements, structures, and behaviors into a single interconnected logic tree. The language achieves this precision by strictly separating elements. Engineers build reusable blueprints called definitions, like a standard firewall, and deploy them in specific contexts as usages across the vehicle model. Because of its underlying metamodel, SysML v2 provides a standardized textual syntax. This means system architecture is now written, managed, and version controlled exactly like programming code. By converting static diagrams into compiled code, a multi-layered defense-in-depth strategy transitions from a passive drawing into an executable, verifiable program that actively governs vehicle development. The first layer of a defense-in-depth architecture is securing the external boundary, specifically the V2X communication tunnel linking the external cloud server to the vehicle's central gateway. As shown in this split-screen interface, SysML v2 establishes these physical entities using the part_def keyword, generating the structural blocks directly from the underlying text logic. When mapping connections between supplier and consumer ports, complex network topologies frequently suffer from interface mismatches, where data flow directions or protocols fail to align. SysML v2 solves this with the conjugated port. By prepending a single tilde character to the port definition, the system instantly inverts the inflow and outflow parameters for the receiver, locking the connection perfectly. Establishing the connection is only the first step. This external pathway must be strictly encrypted using modern TLS protocols to prevent malicious actors from forcing a downgrade attack to older, vulnerable algorithms. We restrict the protocol options using an enum def keyword. By creating a strict whitelist of acceptable cipher suites and applying it as a constraint to the interface, we eliminate the possibility of an engineer accidentally assigning a deprecated standard like MD5. Embedding these constraints directly into the connection logic mathematically removes human error. If the encryption parameters between the cloud and the gateway do not match precisely, the model will fail to compile. Past the external boundary, the central gateway acts as an internal Ethernet firewall, physically separating untrusted external traffic from critical internal domains like steering and propulsion. This diagram illustrates how we move beyond static physical routing. By applying the action def and perform keywords, we program the firewall to execute a dynamic packet filtering logic based on predefined IP whitelists. The gateway evaluates every incoming data packet against these constraints. Packets matching the whitelist are forwarded to the internal switch, while unauthorized traffic is systematically dropped. However, static firewall rules cannot defend against dynamic behavioral attacks, such as an infected module attempting to flood the internal network with rapid-fire messages. This requires an active intrusion detection system, or IDS. Looking at this state machine logic, we use the state-def keyword to model the IDS behavior. Under normal conditions, the system remains anchored in an active monitoring state. When the IDS detects a frequency anomaly, like an unauthorized diagnostic session or a packet flood, it triggers an immediate transition, shifting the gateway from monitoring to a restricted fail-safe or blocking state, quarantining the compromised zone. By integrating state and action commands, SysML v2 elevates the gateway from a passive hardware block into a self-contained behavioral software model that actively defends the network topology. The final layer of defense secures the internal communications between electronic control units. If a hacker breaches the gateway, they must be prevented from injecting forged command messages into the braking or chassis networks. The AutoSAR standard addresses this using the Secure Onboard Communication Protocol, or SecOC. It requires every critical control message to carry a cryptographic message authentication code and a freshness value to prevent replay attacks. This diagram shows how SysML v2 upgrades passive text documents into property-based requirements. Using the attribute-def keyword, the model assigns specific integer values to security parameters, like the exact byte length of the required MAC. We then construct a require constraint. The model mathematically evaluates the hardware's provided MAC length against the global security policy. If the ECU outputs 64 bits and the policy requires 64 bits, the constraint evaluates to true. These deep technical parameters cannot exist in a vacuum. They must trace directly back to the original threat analysis and risk assessment generated during the vehicle's initial concept phase. Utilizing the RAML extension profile, architects tag specific hardware components with an @item metadata annotation. They then use satisfied dependencies to directly link the cryptographic constraint to the specific threat scenario it mitigates. This creates an unbroken chain of traceability. If an engineer later attempts to swap the ECU for a cheaper component that lacks encryption support, the system instantly traces that hardware chain up the chain, highlighting the exact security goals that are now failing. Implementing these security layers reveals a critical engineering paradox, resolving the conflict between the real-time demands of functional safety and the heavy processing burdens of cybersecurity. Under the ISO21434 functional safety standard, highly sensitive actions like an emergency braking command have strict latency budgets, often requiring execution in under 5 milliseconds. However, generating SecOC cryptographic hashes adds severe processing overhead. The microcontroller must compute complex algorithms before the message enters the network, consuming precious milliseconds. To prevent this conflict from making it to production, we apply SysML v2's verification case stuff. This syntax allows the model to actively test itself. We embed a parametric solver equation into the verification case, defining total latency as the sum of transmission, encryption, and decryption delays. The built-in solver actively pulls processor speeds defined earlier in the ECU's part depth and executes the math automatically. This transforms design from a theoretical assumption into a verifiable proof. The architecture actively computes its own physical limitations. Consider a scenario where an engineer specifies a mid-range microcontroller for the braking domain. The automated solver runs the latency equation and calculates an execution time of 7 milliseconds, exceeding the functional safety limit. The system reacts instantly. Because the calculated value violates the constraint, the compiler throws a semantic error, and the satisfied dependency link connecting the ECU to the braking requirement shatters. The model refuses to compile. This absolute refusal of flawed logic is the realization of shift-left engineering. In a traditional workflow, a latency mismatch between safety and security might only be discovered months later on a physical test bench, resulting in severe delays and millions of dollars in scrapped hardware. SysML v2 embeds security policies directly into the mathematical laws of the architecture. This structure neutralizes human error and architectural conflicts at the design phase, ensuring the system is secure before the first line of production code is even written.